All right, guys, we are going to get started tonight. Have we been on Zoom enough today together yet? This has been a crazy day to kick off August with our goal setting calls, other team calls on larger teams, the Plexus new branding triplex unboxing event, and now our team call. You guys, I feel so much momentum and I'm so excited to be here with you tonight. Please excuse Brooke. She is in Yellowstone with her family, and so she's going to watch the recording later. But we are so honored tonight to have our 6 newest emeralds of Ohana, Synergy, and Imagine Plexus. And they all have their own team names and everything. And pretty soon we're going to be having all these diamond team names that we're going to be saying, because I know every single one of these emerald teams that was created in July are going to be diamond teams. I'm so excited to hear from them tonight myself, and I can't wait for you to hear from them too. I want to do just a couple of announcements before we get started. First of all, in the comments, tell me if you were on the unboxing event and what you thought. I have my sweatshirt on, you guys. It's a gut feeling. They sent these to all the diamonds. They're super cute. I thought I would show you. They're kind of, they're like short, a little bit short, but not in an unflattering way, if that makes sense. I have a super, super short torso, and I hate things that are short. I love this sweatshirt. So if you're worried about that, just know it's really flattering on any body type. And the ribbing, I thought it would be really uncomfortable. It is super comfortable. It is warm, but not too hot in the summer. I'm literally sitting out on my back patio and I feel fine. So it's lightweight, but it's warm and it's cuddly and cozy. And I love the white. It's so cute. And when you personally sign up 6 people this month, you get one too. Plexus is giving you, anyone who signs up 6 new level 1s in August, this sweatshirt for free. Also, $9.95 enrollment is still happening. So make sure that when you sign anyone up, you let them know they're saving $30 on membership this month. Also, the 369 incentive is continued on. So for every 3 people up to 9, you get an extra $100 bonus. I'm so excited about this, you guys, and I know we are going to just kill it this month. So last announcement is momentum movement. If you are not knowing what that is yet, it is a nuts and bolts system training that Brooke and I created that teaches you how to do this business. It is 4 2-hour webinars every single Friday in August. Our first webinar starts this Friday. It's different than any other training that you've ever done before or taken. If you did momentum movement in May with us, put a comment below about what it did for your business. The reason why it's different is that you come every Friday to a webinar. We teach you new skills. Then we give you a challenge, and for the next week, you implement it. So instead of just going to a training and consume with worrying about, oh, I'll do it later, no. Instead, you come, you learn the skill, and then you spend the next week applying it. When you sign up for Momentum Movement, there is a private Facebook group that we have for anyone that is registered for it. Inside that group, we give you supported, guided learning. So if you're having trouble with a message, you can go there, you can put a screenshot in the comments and say, hey, I need help, and tag myself or Brooke, and we'll come in and help you figure out where it's going wrong. There are challenges inside of the group every single week to help keep you on pace and to create momentum inside of your team. Also, we have all of our PDFs there. Maybe you've wondered, how do I do an event? You don't know where to find it. We've rebranded all of it, and it's put inside of Momentum Movement in the Facebook group. So all the Facebook events, a brand new Instagram event that I did for someone on Christy Jex's team a month ago, you can run it in the main feed of your Instagram profile in 30 minutes, an event. without having to invite anyone to anything and have them click going. It's super, super convenient. And also you can run it in your Facebook feed if you wanted to. All the 3-day challenges, we're going to teach you the order of how to do things, from samples to events to Zoom calls to business calls. When do you invite people and to where? Some of the comments that our very own team members who've been with us for years said, it was amazing, helped me rank senior gold, helped me be more consistent, simple steps with results, boosted me from barely over gold points to ruby, highest points ever. These are people that already knew our systems. They were already participating in everything. It gives you a bird's eye view of how to do this business in a simple, simple way. Every single webinar comes with a downloadable PDF workbook. So you're getting that brain to pen connection. You are learning, you're getting better. Kara said, boosted my team development. 13 to team in May, 22 in June, 41 in July. Look at that, you guys. Kara has been with us from the beginning. Same with Leah. Leah said, boosted me from barely gold points to ruby. So if you are on our team, which you're listening to this team call, you are, there is a discounted link only for materials. It's $19. We have all of the team discount links inside of the team pages and inside of the threads. Get registered tonight. All of our team training is there this month. It helps you have skin in the game so that you show up and you create momentum on your team. You're not just sitting by waiting for someone to develop your team. You are doing it. If you have friends who are not on our team, they can go to mine or Brooke's profile, either Facebook or an Instagram, and they can register for the link there. Anyone in Plexus can do it, but you have to be in Plexus. So if you have friends in other companies, no, they can't do it. They have to be in Plexus, and it's $149 for outside of our team. Okay, so that's Momentum Movement. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments. Make sure you get registered today for that. We've already started our IPA challenge in there today. We're not running those in the team page this month. Okay, so you have to get into Momentum Movement. It's going to help you get better. It's going to help you rank up. It's going to help you get to jewel status. And without further ado, we are going to hear from our first person tonight, and her name is Katie Tucker, Emerald Ambassador, who just got her Lexus. Katie, take it away, please.
I love your energy, Em. Thank you. I'm really excited to be talking about this with you guys because it's been obviously a big goal for me to reach this rank and for this company. For those of you who really don't know how long I've been with Plexus, I've been taking the product since April of 2017, and I paid for them for a whole year before I finally was like, I need to start sharing, honestly, because the products had just changed my life so much. And so it has taken me over 2 years of working and sharing and growing to get to this point. And it means a ton for me. It's a little surreal to be here. But you know, the thing that I feel like if I wanted to share anything, because I've actually gotten a lot of comments and messages from Sideline Sisters that aren't even on our teams, guys. I just have people who follow me and they've been messaging me and congratulating me, and they want to know how I did this. And really, like, we as a whole, we all know that Plexus is in a huge momentum right now. We have all this growth, everybody's growing, and it's really awesome and cool to see. But as far as like, if I were to tell anybody like how I got here or how I did this, I really feel like a lot of it comes down to how patient are you willing to be for this, and how consistent are you willing to be? I feel like there were definitely times in my business where I doubted and I questioned if this was going to work, right? Like, it's such a funny thing to think that, because it's going to work. Of course, it's going to work if we keep going with it. But I look back and I had all these doubts and ups and downs and these questions, and really, like, it's all about just staying consistent and committed and being willing to have those growth moments and doing things that absolutely make you so uncomfortable. I have people who, they think that it's easy for me, the things that I've had to do to get here. And it's not been. It's been something that I've had to teach myself how to do and how to be okay with making myself uncomfortable. So I am so like, I don't know. I feel like a little bit, I feel a little, I don't want to say undeserving because I don't want anyone else to feel that way either, but I didn't get here on my own. I had a team helping me to do this. And so I just feel so much gratitude and I'm so grateful. um, I know that I knew I wanted to get my Lexus quickly because I wanted to have that drive and that motivation to continue this with this pace and with this momentum. And I wanted to have a reason, not that I wouldn't have before, but I just wanted to solidify this. This is real. This happened. I'm an emerald and I'm going to continue with that rank from this point forward. And I'm not going to be like, ooh, wishy-washy. I ranked once. I don't know. Like, no, I'm solid and I'm going to continue doing this. And it's definitely like, it's pretty surreal, guys. It's amazing. And I feel so blessed and I'm super grateful. I have to say really quick before I end, we are so dang lucky and blessed to be on this team. And I've been singing that from the very beginning because I've worked for other network marketing companies, not a ton, but I got no help in either of them. I worked for 2 different ones and I got no coaching, no help. We had no structure. We did no team calls like this. We had no, friendships and love and the way that we cheer for each other and support each other. Most of the comments on my emerald status was from my sideline sisters. That's the truth. I have a lot of people in my, other like family and friends that are supportive, but most of it was from you guys. And I just think we're so incredibly lucky to be part of this team. We are very blessed.
Oh, Katie, I love you so much. You guys, I will never forget the first time that I met Katie in person. It was Black Tie Gala, right? That was the first time I actually like sat across a table from you, right? And we were in Las Vegas and she was kind of sharing with me about just another experience that she had had in another company and how she had to stock products and shipping and just like all the things that people hate about network marketing that we don't have to deal with here in Plexus. And I just remembered looking across the table at Katie and I was like, that girl is going to be a diamond. Like, and here she goes. Here she goes. So, and like, I was going crazy this weekend when she was texting me while she was text driving her Lexus. And she was like, is this a good deal? Am I getting like screwed by the Lexus dealership? Like, tell me. And I was like, no, that's what I paid for my first Lexus too. You're all good. And you're just going to take a picture of that little pink leasing agreement. You're going to send it to the Plexus Lexus program and they're going to put the money in your bank account. So it really is like so amazing. And tell them which one you got. You didn't say that already, right?
No, I got the Lexus RX 350 and it's amazing. I don't have a Georgia license and so I have to actually wait. I'm going to get my license on Wednesday and then they're going to come drop it off at my house. So I'll probably do another live video. But while you were talking, Emily, I really just feel like I wanted to say like, if you want to be an emerald, you will be. You just have to be patient. Like your timeline is probably not going to be what you think it is. I wanted to be an emerald. I had probably 4 or 5 different times where I was like, okay, emerald by December, emerald by April, emerald by this time. And I missed all of them. And my points dropped down to 600 points in February when we were in Kona. And I remember being like, man, I am struggling. But Christy, again, guys, we have the best coaches ever. She helped me to understand we have to keep going. If you're in the swamp, you got to keep walking. If I had quit, there's no way I would be here right now. And it was 5 months away? You never know. It's like a weight loss journey. It might seem tedious. It might feel like you're not losing weight while your waist is getting smaller. You can't really see the fruits of your harvest. Is that right?
Yes.
The fruits of your work or whatever your harvest, sometimes it's really hard to see it when you're in the swamp and when you're trying. And sometimes you just got to have faith. And if it's something that's important to you, you will create it. And like I said too, like everybody's timelines are different. Mine took 2 years. Who cares? Who cares? Fruits of your labor. Thank you. I was mixing things up. Who cares if it takes 2 years? Who cares if it takes 3 years or 5 years? Seriously, it doesn't matter.
Amen.
Have faith.
If you guys don't know, Katie has lost a ridiculous amount of weight, and she has even taken it a step further. And our 21-day challenge, our reset that we are doing, is with her coach that she hired recently named Josh. And he has like totally transformed Katie's body into like this like chiseled muscle, like, whoa, boom, there it is. And so we heard from Julia last week about what Josh had done for her. And I'm sure if you haven't seen Katie post about her feelings about what it's done for her, go to her main Facebook page, Katie Tucker, and you can read about some of the posts that she's done. Or yeah, like it's just amazing. And I'm so excited to learn from Josh this month. It starts on August 10th. If you have not requested to be added to the 21-day reset yet, it's a Facebook group. Go ahead and request to join today. All you had to do was either join with a welcome pack in July or have 100 PB in July. So make sure to get your people in, get yourself in. And thank you, Katie, for sharing. Just so inspired by your journey and everything that you said. And I cannot wait to see you driving around in your Lexus. It's going to be so awesome with the bamboo steering wheel and bamboo details inside. It's so beautiful. Congratulations. So happy for you. Okay, next up is going to be Sammy Jo Stewart. And she is down in St. George, Utah. And she's just cool as a cucumber 100% of the time. I don't think I've ever seen Sammy any other way. And Sammy is going to share with us a little bit about her Emerald and what she learned by ranking Emerald last month. Sammy.
Thanks, Emily. This is kind of strange because I've only ever grown by like 200 points in a month, right? So at the beginning of this month when it was like 600 points, I was like, I'll go for this goal. But I'm not a girl that gets really scared by goals, but I honestly really didn't think we'd hit it. I was kind of like, oh, let's do this. And the first week of the month, we were on vacation. We were in an RV and I was in and out of service. And I spent a lot of time in the passenger seat while we were driving through Yellowstone, right? And I sat down and I was looking at all my 17 girls that are sharing. And I was looking at like their goals of like, if they got 2 more, they were going to hit senior silver. Or this girl has already shared with 2. If she just got 1 more, she was going to be silver. This one's 8 away from gold, which means gold retreat. And I kind of mapped out all of these goals and none of them had more than 8 that they needed to hit their goal. And so when I looked at that, I was kind of like, what is this total? And it was like 20 enrollments under what we would need to go Emerald. So I was like, maybe we could do this. Maybe this is not a crazy goal to go for this. So I just wanted to like drum up some fun stuff early on. So we did some fun incentives. Cute Hannah gave me the idea of like drumming up some fun things in the beginning. Like I think I did, if you enroll 4 before the 14th, you got this cute shirt. And I had so many girls going for it. Only 2 actually earned it, but so many girls were going for it that I think by the 14th we had like 25 or 26 enrollments. And I was like, okay, this is a good place to start. And anyways, we just kind of plugged along and we did fun things along the way to make it fun. And my girls were also excited. These 17 girls were in a thread and they were just cheering each other on with each enrollment or each white line saved. And it seriously was like so fun. The last week was a little bit stressful. I was on a trip with my husband and friends for 3 days and I didn't have service most of the day. But when I checked in, I would check in with them and I would like map it out. Okay, she's only 1 away. She's only 2 away. And we just kept plugging along and it was kind of crazy. But at 5 p.m. on the last day is when we actually hit the number. And I still had 3 girls that needed to hit gold retreat. And I was excited, but we stopped and paused and had sushi. Christy jumped up and down. I'm not really a jumper. She made me jump. I kind of jumped. But we ate sushi, and then we had 3 of our girls that we just kept digging in with. And at like 9:45, the last one had earned gold retreat, and I felt like then I could rest because they'd done it. So when I went to bed that night, I kind of just felt like if they hadn't hit that, it would not have meant as much to me. But my team's quite new, and a lot of don't really even get the big picture of the business quite yet. And so it was just fun to see them inspired and excited about hitting senior silver and hitting gold. I had one girl hit ruby and fly past it. And it was seriously so fun to witness. And I want to echo what Katie was saying about being on an amazing team. I think it's amazing that we focus on helping women thrive. And by doing that, we're rewarded. There's an element of win-win where it's like, I had one of my girls that was like, I don't know, I just don't know if I can sell this to my sister-in-law. And I was like, what do you mean sell? I've never even thought of me selling. I was like, just teach her how they work. Just educate her on what you know about the products and see if she wants them. And about 30 minutes later, I got a text that her sister wanted to try the products. And I think there's an element of that within this team of just like, we're just helping people feel better because the products work. So it's kind of this beautiful win-win that I'm grateful to be a part of. So that's my share.
Thank you so much for sharing, you guys. So Sammy is Christy's level 1 and Katie is Dr. Kim's level 1. So they're a part of our larger team, but they have their own team calls. They have their own gold retreat. So this was such a treat to hear from them tonight. And I'm so grateful that you guys took the time. I know you've already had a team call today and everything else. And so thank you for being with us here tonight and sharing your wisdom. We're so truly excited for you. Congratulations, Sammy. Just amazing. Cannot wait to be in Hawaii with you guys this year. And okay, next we are going to hear from Nicole Brinkerhoff. And she is amazing. If you don't know who Nicole is, she is someone who I just admire so deeply because she is one of the hardest working women on the planet, if you don't know this about her, and she has the biggest heart. So Nicole ranked Emerald, and she is going to tell you about her experience going Emerald last month. Nicole, take it away.
Hi, I hope you guys can hear me. It says my internet's unstable. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay. Gosh, anytime somebody says something nice about me, my eyes have been leaking for like a month solid, and and that's because this journey was not easy for me. I don't think it's easy for anybody, but this was like extremely hard. And I feel like it was, for me, a needed vehicle to learn things that I needed to learn. For those of you who don't know about my journey, and I had a very strong team that was just going full force. I had, in February, I had 2 senior golds under me that had planned to be Emerald by like July. And they were very determined women, and one of them still here, Amy. But just a week after that Ruby retreat in Hawaii, I lost one of those women, and I felt like it sent me into this tailspin. And I just did not know how I could possibly keep moving forward with like half of my team gone, you know. I just felt like overwhelming feelings of being abandoned. And I just thought, gosh, how can this be a vehicle that the Lord is going to use to bless me with this hardship? How is it possible to keep going? Anyway, a couple of months later, my husband lost his job. And there is nothing that will increase your urgency than being in a situation like that. And it wasn't just like a fun thing anymore. It was about keeping our family afloat. And I felt like I've got my wonderful Amy. She is just my godsend angel working by my side. She just ranked Senior Ruby last month. So she's half. And then I was the other half. And you guys, I just thought, this is impossible. It's just impossible. But I don't have a choice. I've just got to try. I've got to go because it's now or never. And so from the very beginning of the month, I said, I'm just gonna divide this up. I landed last month at about 1,100 points. A 400 point gap is big, you guys. That's really, really big. And I thought, okay, the thing that you cannot do when you work this business is say, this is what I need my team to do for me. You can never do that. All you can do is figure out what your part is and how you can love and help the people that are working with you, and be grateful for any little contribution, and then make up the rest. And so that, for me, that meant every single day I was working. I would leave my home and my babies with my very capable husband and go to the library and work all day, every day. And some of those days, my contribution was 20. I had to find 20 orders, 20 in one day. And that is like impossible. But I just prayed my little heart out, and miracles happened all along the way. And at the very end, so at the very end, you guys, I enrolled 28 people last month. 28 people. I've been doing this business for 2.5 years. I've never enrolled that many. So don't ever tell yourself your network is tapped out. It's not. Your momentum, like Emily said earlier today, momentum is energy. It's your energy. And if you want it bad enough, you can figure out a way. Leadership is creativity and problem solving. That's all it is. And so every day it was like another problem. Okay, how are we going to get 10 today? Do I have people working with me? We have people working today. That's fantastic. Do we have people working today? No, everyone's out on camping trips with no cell phone reception. Okay, it's me and the universe. We are going to find a way to meet the goal, you know. Anyway, it was hard. And maybe you'll hear more about that later, but like Christy says, it was the swamp, like the swampiest swamp of my whole life. It was rough, and it had real consequences. If I couldn't make Emerald this month, it would mean lots of things for our family. So anyway, at the very end, I landed on the last day of the month at 1350. I had to make up 150 points on the last day, 30 orders. And I was like, it's okay. We have put in the work. We are going to find these people. They're just going to show up. I know they will. You guys, at 5 p.m., the points still had not moved. And I started realizing that this was maybe going to be a lesson in working hard, but not getting what you want sometimes. And then I'm sorry, my sweet friend Jessica, she did a Hail Mary for me. She said, Nicole she needs some help. She talked to the Jewels, and Brooke was like, Nicole, what can I do? Well, nobody can do anything, you know? I can have all of you as cheerleaders, but you're not points. I need points, you know? And Brooke was like, Nicole, there's always something that we can do. And these sweet sideline sisters started saying, I'll put in an order for you on a White Line account. Do you have some White Line accounts? And all of these wonderful friends offered to put in orders. And that gave me a hope again. And the numbers started changing. And I thought, well, maybe this can happen. And I still don't even know how it happened, you guys, because 30 orders in 4 hours is like impossible. But it did. Somehow it did. And then we blew way past it. We hit Emerald at like 9:30. And then Amy was like at 700 points. And I said, Amy, do you want to go for Senior Ruby? And she said, yes. And I said, okay, let's go for Senior Ruby. 10 more orders in 30 minutes. You guys, the moral of the story is I still am not sure how it happened, but it did. And that this work is just, it's bigger than us. It's so much bigger than us. And we can use it as a vehicle of blessing and strength. And God uses it as a vehicle to change us. Anyway, blah. I'm through with the sob fest. Thanks for listening to my story.
Nicole, everyone's crying on the whole call. I'm like flipping through the pictures of all 58 people watching, and there's not a dry eye in the house. Not even Sammy. Sammy is even tearing up. Okay? Like, seriously, your story is so inspiring. Like, what you did is such evidence of never giving up and just deciding that there is no way that you are not going to hit this. And it was amazing to watch and be a part of. And I'm reading everybody's comments, and everyone is saying they're crying, they love you. Miracles come to those who have faith and work, never give up. This is amazing. I'm sobbing, chills from head to toe. The Lord loves effort. We have amazing women in our corner. I love this story. Thank you for sharing. I needed this so much. I needed this so much. Thank you. I love our team. This culture is amazing. We love you, Nicole. Thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing what you actually did, right? Because sometimes I think we just feel like we don't want to share, we shouldn't talk about it or whatever. But by you being vulnerable and sharing what your journey was like and that it was different than anyone else's, it's touching so many people to have courage tonight. So thank you so much, Nicole, for sharing that. I just so appreciate it. Okay, next up is, P.S. there were only like 5 orders that were from Jules. The rest were the miracle, people legitimately coming out of nowhere. Yep. It was just that little like squeeze and boost where we were like, come on, get it going, right? So it was really, really good. Yeah. Okay. And they didn't even stop to celebrate. She had to get me across the finish line first. I saw that with every single jewel that ranked, every single one. Some of them had like time to do like an hour or two to like cry and take a minute off. And then other people like Nicole were like, we can't even stop. Just go, 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 go. Right. So it was fun to like see the different journeys, but everybody ended at the same place. And that is Emerald. Okay. So just so, so amazing. Sherston said, the amazing part is that she didn't even need our assistance in the end, but our offering that helped filled her with belief again. And that's what really took it off. Isn't that the truth? She didn't even need the help, but it was that hug from everyone that gave her the belief that she needed to push through. Remember that lesson, you guys. Remember that sometimes, even though they don't need the offering, sometimes it's the offering that helps you actually move forward and do and have faith and courage to do it. So love it. Love it. Love it. Congratulations, Nicole. We're so happy for you. You did it, Emerald. So awesome. Okay. Next up is Hannah Wright. And I just love this girl so much. She pretty much sat on my couch for the last 3 weeks of July from sun up to sundown. And the best thing about Hannah for me is we're on the same sleep schedule, which is about 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. And so we get along great. And a lot of her team works full-time in the day. Others are stay-at-home moms. So like we would work with the first crew in the morning that were like the stay-at-home moms with kids that napped. And then at 5 o'clock, it would be a shift change. The moms would go and like feed the kids dinner and like get them in bed. And the girls that work all day, mostly accountants, they would come in and come straight from work. And they'd like, at first they were like coming in their work clothes, and then they were realizing that's not going to work. So they came and like, they'd like change their clothes. We'd get comfy. We'd like have snacks on the patio. We'd stay up till super, super late. And it was just so fun. So Hannah, share with us, please, what Emerald means to you and a little bit of your journey, please.
Nicole has me crying still, so I don't know how this is gonna go. Yes, like looking back on working for Emerald, I worked 12 hours a day. Like I was all in. I'm all in. I love this company. But listening to Nicole and like Katie and Sammy, I was like looking back on this last 6 months, and when we were in Kona, I felt like I was hitting a glass wall that I could not move forward. and it was terrifying that I had put all this time and effort and love into something that I love, and I just felt like I was being pushed down and like I wasn't gonna succeed. And after some crazy changes and adjusting, and I was barely hitting I think I was like at 580 in February. So I was quite a bit under senior Ruby points. So my first thing I want to say is just don't give up. I mean, I was sitting around the same spot for about a year, and there were points where I was just like, am I ever going to go forward? Am I ever going to be a good enough leader to help lead my team forward, help them reach their goals? And it's amazing to look back in February and to remember that I had 580 points, and on July 31st at 3 p.m. I had 1,502. And just the work and the time that needed to be put in, and the angels that appeared. One thing that Julia said when she went for it last month was that she prayed for people to appear. And I loved that, because I know that Heavenly Father knows our desires, and he loves effort, and he knows what we need. And I had so many beautiful angels come in and fill in gaps that never would have been filled without Heavenly Father's help. Gosh. Last month I was going for a big goal. The month before I'd ended at like 720 or something. I hadn't re-ranked Senior Ruby, and I said, okay, I'm going to 1,000 points next month. And I spent the last entire day at Emily's, and I hit 992. And I had grown by almost 300 points, and it was amazing, but there was still that, like, I didn't reach my goal. And I know that Satan finds these ways to get into your head, saying like, well, you didn't reach your goal last month. Well, this and this and this. Well, you're shooting a wedding the day after the last day of the month. Just so many things that try to bring you down. And it's freaking hard. But with a lot of prayer and a lot of pink drink and a lot of preparation, and when you're willing to do the work and sacrifice, I had to sacrifice a lot of things this month. It happens, and it comes true, and I just know that there's no coincidences, and I know that it's no coincidence that my car was ran into and got into an accident this month, and it's no coincidence that we just had to pay a lot of our savings and taxes, and that's quickly going to be replenished on the 13th, and I'm going to pick up my new car this week. And I just want to say, wow, I'm so sorry. I just want to say, don't give up. You're gonna have moments of figure outable, like crawling a hole because you just told the entire world that you're gonna go emerald this month. So I just want to say, don't give up. It's freaking hard, but it's really worth it. And I'm so excited to have a team that works so hard and that is reaching for their own goals. And I like to say that we are Emerald, because that is the reason my team and my husband is the reason, and Emily and Brooke, the reason that our team is Emerald. It's not just me. And that's what it's all about, is bringing people together and loving each other. So
Anna, you're so amazing. Seriously,
Sorry.
you see everybody clapping for you in their little squares. Just, I have chills from head to toe. Like, you are just phenomenal. And the way you led your team this month, like, I got to see it firsthand, and it was just so beautiful. I mean, you just came up with new ideas every day to solve the freaking problems. And sometimes it didn't work, and we'd be like, okay, next idea.
New plan.
Really, nobody wanted the shaker bottle. That's fine. We're good. New idea. Nordstrom gift card. That worked. Okay. And then we realized we couldn't do the same one 2 days in a row because we had said that it was one day only. And so we were like, shoot, now we got to think of a new idea. So it was just so fun to watch you do this, and so inspiring. And to go from where you were in February to where you are today, I am looking at a different person, Hannah. I am looking at a different woman. I'm looking at a different woman than you were on July 1st. And I just have loved watching your journey. And thank you for sharing your heart and your soul tonight with all these amazing women. I just want you to know how worthy you are and how amazing you are. And I know you're going to go straight on to Sapphire. That was literally the first thing she texted me. She's like, I was like, you did it. She's like, Sapphire's next. So it was like, she enjoyed Emerald the entire month as she was ranking up to it. Now her brain is like fixed on Sapphire, and not for herself, but because she realized that if she's Sapphire, then that means that Sarah and Cassie and Shannon and Lauren and Angie and who else? Who am I missing? Oh, I'm freezing up. Everyone on her team is going to promote with her. And that is the beautiful part of focusing on the next rank. So thank you for sharing. Okay, next up is Sonia. And Sonia is on Brooke's team. Where's Sonia?
I'm here.
There she is. Sonia says the funniest things. If you don't know her personality, she has the most amazing dry humor on the planet. And when she would say things in our like, it's time to rank up thread that we had, she would like say something and I could literally see her face and hear her voice saying it. And I would laugh until I would cry. And so I'm sure that we are going to see some of that tonight as she shares her Emerald journey with you. After Sonia, Melissa is going to share, and that's going to be our call for tonight. So Sonia, take it away.
All right, thank you. So I feel like the great-great-grandmother here, because I have been doing this for 4.5 years. So when you guys talk about, oh, it took me 2 years, I'm like, that's cute. 4.5 people, 4.5. So the first thing that I want to tell you is don't compare yourself with anybody else's journey. I used to literally in the very beginning, like, okay, this person went silver there and then they went gold here. And like, how long did it take them? And I was like, trying to figure it out. Like, how long is it going to take me and how far behind am I? And it doesn't matter. When people are going at different speeds, it just doesn't matter. You go at your own speed. We all have different lessons to learn. And Katie Tucker, I think in one of our threads, and honestly, I was not in like a lot of the group threads a lot because I was just like working with my team, getting in touch with my people, and like the Sideline Sister thing is amazing, but I just wasn't doing a ton of interacting because I just was so focused. But Katie said, getting kind of towards the end, she was like, if this doesn't happen, it doesn't mean anything about us. It doesn't mean that we're failures. It doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just didn't happen this month. And that's something that I've learned over the last 4.5 years because I have done this push before and I have not made it. And that doesn't mean that it's never going to happen. It just means it wasn't meant to happen that month. Maybe it's not the right group of people that's with you. Like Nicole talked about, we've lost people from our teams. The amazing thing is at the end of last month, this was really exciting. So the girl that I started with at the very, very beginning, Darcy, she went to gold. We were like busting it out together. And then she kind of was doing other things, and that's totally fine. And I just kept cruising. And the last like couple days of the month, she was like, hey, can you talk to this person? I was like, yeah, I can talk to that person. So we did a 3-way message. I got that person signed up. I said, just so you know, if you get 2 more, you're going to get $100 bonus. She was like, okay, here, talk to this person, talk to this person. And she got me started in 3 more 3-way messages. We signed 2 people up, got her $100 bonus. And that was really fun because she was the person that I started with at the very beginning. And she helped me to, helped our team to become our own at the end. So worked a ton on mindset, run with your runners. After this long journey, I have had visions for lots of people that, this is the person who is going to be my running partner. And this is the person who's, we're going to rank up together. And this is the person. And maybe it is that person and maybe it's not. And maybe that's a season where you run together. But just love on the people who are there for you during the whole journey. But the people who are doing the things and doing the IPA and enrolling people and following up with people and asking the good questions, run with those people. You can't want it for anybody else. They have to want it for themselves. You can't give them, you can help them see the vision, but you can't shove it down their throat and make them want it like you do. And you are the person who's going to work the hardest for your goals. My team is awesome and they all worked very hard and I love them very much. But in the end, I'm the one who is sitting at my desk for 12 hours like Hannah, the last week. I'd get home from work, eat dinner, come down to my office. All weekend, I was like in my pajamas, looking awesome, working. And it's just been such a fun journey. And I love all of these people. And if you don't know that we have the best leaders in Plexus, then we have the best leaders in Plexus. Like they're doing this training. All of the people in Plexus are paying money to hear what we get to hear for free. So invest in Momentum Movement. It is $19, worth every single penny. Other people are paying $150. It's put together really nicely. So for somebody like me who's been around for a long time and I've like been through all the systems and all the let's do this and let's do this, this is just like, here's what we need to do. Here's the next step. Here's what we need to do. And so please, if you haven't yet, do Momentum Movement.
Thank you so much. I love your advice. I think it's really easy to get distracted by shiny objects when you're doing this business. And sometimes the shiny object is the girl that you know is just going to do this. She's going to come around and she just is never going to come around. And you put so much time and energy on this one shiny object. And over the years, this has been a hard lesson for me to learn, you guys. Like you've seen me struggle with this if you've been around this long. And please listen to this sound advice from Emerald Ambassador, Sonia. Run with the people who are engaging with you, signing people up, getting them to silver, and wanting to learn more. The people who want to become a better leader, those are your dream teamers. They are your dream teamers. The ones who want to show up and care about your goals with their goals. Find those people and hold on to them so tight. So tight, because the longer you do this business, the more you will appreciate loyalty and absolute vision of we want to do this together for a very long time, not how fast can I get this over with, right? So find your people that are bonded to you and hang on to them tight and appreciate them because they are worth more than any paycheck you will ever get. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Last but certainly not least is Melissa Lombardo. And she is going to share with us tonight about her Emerald journey. Melissa, where are you at? Let's see.
Hi, can you guys
There
hear
she
me?
is. Okay, your turn, Melissa. Oh wait, now you're muted. Somehow you muted yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yep, now go.
Okay. I was just saying, first of all, I should never go last. It should always be Nicole. Always be Nicole. She's always going to give us like the boost at the end. So I'm not that person. Sorry, you guys have waited to the end. Oh, so I don't have much more to add. The experience of going Emerald was like so many of those who shared, scary and hard and exhausting and exciting and thrilling, all. I mean, it's just every emotion that you would think. And I came to a point where I thought I wasn't sure I was going to make it. And I had a really awesome team pushing and working, and so it made no sense. Why wouldn't it work? But I was full of doubt and fears and all the things. And Jessica and Nicole, the three of us talked every single day. And I actually gained a lot of strength just from the daily interactions. So don't do this alone. And know that going for gold or for senior gold, all of it really matters. It matters to you, and we all have been there. We know what that feeling is like, a feeling like, oh, this is so hard. And so it was just a humbling experience to be a part of that. Multiple times I said to my husband or to Jessica and Nicole, it wasn't until I pushed for Emerald have I really realized just how much our leaders, they earn their money. Like, I guess I thought, well, there's maybe a time where they just kind of can even out, and no, you guys, we all earn whatever rank we are going for or whatever rank we are at. The work matches the income, if that makes any sense. So I have a lot of hang-ups with money, and this has been a gift to me to try to work through some of that. I have a long ways to go still, but I have a lot of issues around money and feeling worthy of money. And I know it's dumb, but it's just part of my mental state, and I have feared making good income. But let me tell you, this is not just a free ride, and I think we all know that, but I worked my butt off every single day, day in, day out. I made sacrifices every day. I made deals with my kids that mom wasn't going to be around as much, and I let all mom guilt go. I did not go to the mom guilt because I knew that this was a gift and a blessing for all of my family. And we had a family vacation planned at the end of the month, and we pushed it off. And it was worth it to make the sacrifices for whatever your dream or goal is. Don't negotiate your dreams. Go for it. Work hard for it. Sacrifice for it. And the very last day, I'll be honest, I knew I was going to earn it. I knew that I was going to get it. I had a really hard time being excited about it because I was so worried for Nicole. And I was so worried that we had a call with Brooke and Emily and Christy Jex at the beginning of the month. And Brooke said in that call that none of us were going to be left behind. We were all going to earn it. We were all going to do it. And we believed it. We all believed it. And one by one, Katie went first. And then I think it was Sammy. And then it was Hannah. And then it was, I don't know, Sonia? Then me, then Nicole. And at 5:30, when I heard from Nicole on where her points were, I just thought, how am I going to be happy if we're not all here? If we're not all here, I don't know if I can enjoy this as much. It meant too much to me that all of us made it. And it wasn't until Nicole messaged and said, Melissa, don't you dare be sad because I'm coming. I'm going to be there too. And then I could be happy because she did, and it was a miracle, and it was amazing to witness. And what we have here is special, and you guys know that. And my daughter, my 6-year-old daughter, cut her hair to her scalp on the last day, and we have family pictures this week. So I sacrificed a dang lot over all of this. But it's okay. It's fine. I'm really grateful for the experience. It was hard, but it was so worth it. Please, each of you do it. Please just do it. Push for it. Believe that you can, because you can. If I can, you really can, I promise. Please don't think you're not capable. You are. There are people out there who will want to work with you specifically. And they want to be led by you, and they will be inspired by you. So just believe it. Believe it and work for it, because it's going to happen if you won't quit. The end.
I am never gonna forget the moment where you came onto our thread and told us about your daughter that cut her hair. Because some people made sacrifices in sleep. Some people, well, everybody made sacrifices in sleep. Everybody made sacrifices. But the haircut thing, I feel like every single mom was like, solidarity, sister. We've all been there. And the Mockingjay music played. Oh gosh. Well, you'll always remember those family pictures, and hopefully there was a really good headband that that could cover that up for your family pictures. Otherwise, it's all good. It's all good. Okay. One final treat. Thank you so much for our 6 brand new emeralds. No one was left behind. I think the biggest thing that I want to leave everybody with here, we have one special guest speaker that we've saved for the very, very last as a surprise. But one thing that I want you to envision in yourself is be the girl who screams out, "I'm coming! I'm coming!" You might be behind. You might be the underdog that literally, where it's never been done before, 30 orders at 5:30. Be the girl that is screaming, "I'm coming!" Because we are all here ready for you to make it. No one left behind. Last and final speaker to give us and close us out with a huge bang. We are so, so lucky to have her here tonight. Diamond re-entry, Christy Jex. Please share your wisdom.
You guys are so cute. Oh my gosh.
She just hit 6,000 points, you guys. She is a re-entry diamond. You know what that means. She hit diamond, and then she basically got another emerald points past diamond. And then Christy Jex's name was in my back office. Christy Jex enrolled Christy Jex this weekend. I was like going through my new enrollments, and I was like, Christy Jex joined my team. Christy Jex sponsored Christy Jex and joined my team. Christy Jex 2.0, she's back. Like, I was so excited. So anyway.
You're cute. Christy Jex 2.0 is going to try out some Joyome because she's never tried it. I'm totally kidding. I was like, which welcome pack? I just placed a huge order. What am I going to get? Here we go. You guys, oh my goodness. I love all these women. Like, I could not be on this call tonight. Yes, we've been doing calls all day. Monday is our day. We do our calls in the day. We knock it out. Like, right, Sammy and Katie, like we've been on calls all day long, literally. But I was sitting there and I was like, guys, FHE can wait. I got to get on this call and hear my girls. So here we are. You guys, I want to just share really quick because you've heard so many awesome things, and I really just don't think there's anything else I can add because this has been incredible. But I will share with you, last year at this moment, I was literally losing 2 of my top leaders, just like Nicole. 1 year ago. 1 year from today, okay? Talk about swampy. Talk about feeling alone. Talk about wondering if that dream is ever going to be a reality. Talk about working your butt off and not really seeing the results. Anybody with me on that? You're like, I'm doing the thing. Where's the people? I'm doing it. Are we ever going to get to what I visualize? Like, are we ever going to get there? That's where we were a year ago. And I was carrying a really heavy backpack on my journey. of all this limiting beliefs. I can't ever do this. I'm not a good leader. Brooke and Emily, they just have it covered. Like, my team doesn't need me. My way doesn't work. I'm not worthy of all these amazing things. And it's gross to be that rich. All this stuff. Anybody relate with those beliefs that I just shared? It was a heavy backpack that I chose to carry. Is that true? Is any of that true? Absolutely not. If you hesitated, the answer is hell no. None of that is true. My team needs me because I have something special to offer, just like your team needs you because you have something special to offer. Your way works because you are unique, okay? Those beliefs that I was carrying around were keeping me stuck. So I decided to let them go. I decided to let the belief go that I had to do everything on my team for my people. No, you don't. Just like has been said, you can't do it for people. You cannot want it for them. I let that go. I also let go the belief that really successful people are gross. Like that made me feel gross if I was really successful. I let it go. I let go the belief that if I was really successful, I wouldn't really be Christy anymore. Because yes, you can still be humble and kind and loving and stay true to your roots and be insanely successful. Because then you get to do more good in the world and you get to make a bigger impact. I also, here's the biggest one that I want to share before I just end this. I let go and I allowed good things to happen. So often, you guys, we just stand in our own way and we straight arm good things. Do you know what I mean by that? We don't clear the path so that we can receive really beautiful things. We don't do the work. We don't treat ourselves nicely. We don't talk to ourselves nicely, right? We don't speak up when that really awesome person asks us what we do. We walk around with a hunched spine. I let that crap go. And I was like, what I do is amazing. And I'm so blessed. And I allow good things to happen in my life. What would the 6,000 point version of me do today? How would she operate? How would she talk? How would she feel? How would she think? How would she act? What work would she do? What work would she not do? And I stepped into it. For a whole year, I've been stepping into that version of myself. And it's inevitable. When you do that for long enough and you allow good things to happen in your life and you get into the groove and you allow all the good things and clear the path, guess what? You will receive it. You have to. It's a law. So that's what I want to share with you. We have literally grown by over 30, maybe like, I don't know how much we've grown, 3,500 points in 1 year. 3,500 points in a year. And it took us 3 years to get to that first 33,000, 3,500. Good things will happen. Stay in the game. Be the constant. Let go of your heavy backpack. Whatever those beliefs are that you think you're worthy for holding it, I'm going to be so humble. No, let it go. It's heavy. Be light. Allow good things to happen and show up and do the work, you guys, consistently. And then your results are inevitable. You will create beautiful things. Gosh dang it, you guys. I love this team. You're amazing. Huge congrats to all the amazing Emeralds and the future Emeralds. Let's see who's the future Emerald saying, me, I'm coming. Where are you? Well, come on, sister. We need you. Your people need you. There's people specifically waiting for you to show up. That Emily and Brooke and Sammy and Katie and Sonia and Melissa and all these amazing women can't get to them. They're waiting for you. Show up. Make it happen. We love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. And thanks for letting me chat. That was kind of fun and unexpected.
Thank you, Christy. We love you. Go be your most excellent selves, everybody. Bye.